Hello and welcome back. Right, what have I got to do? Let's have a look at this. Because it rained, do you lose? Yes, I did. I lost 4,000 and odd litres. Wow, that's not terrible. Right, so then, I know what we're doing. We were planning on doing that. I think we'd done the animals, if I remember rightly. Oh, no, we hadn't. Right, well, that's where we're going to start then. Any farmer starts with his animals. Now where on earth? Where have I left all my tractors? Let's be sensible and let's have a look. Of course, I left them with the mowers. Right, we are going to allow that. I've always said that. I can't tab, but I can. Let's drag everything across to... I've got my new gamepad. You'll see I had a bit of a play with it earlier to make sure so hopefully we shall have all of our... Now then, am I going to be cutting the edge of this? I don't think so. Let's leave it where we did last time, actually, thinking about it. Let's get the... Thank you, young lady, for your assistance. We'll leave our front weight on because it's nearly always what we have on the back. Let's drop this near the edge of the trees, or it's not going to get in the way too much. We must at some point pick those seeds up as well. Right, okay then, let's do the feeding and the straw and that type of thing with the little Sammy. Can't believe how well we're doing. 108 animals. That's amazing. Oh. Love the bird song, it's amazing. Right, back right. Let's just change. Front left. Let's do the water. And let's check the milk. I noticed the button's yellow, which means, yeah, did not have time to clean the slurry from the tank today before the milk run pickup is unavailable. I'm not bothered, that's good, because it just means it's going to be more for tomorrow. We're not really worried about our... Let's have a look. Okay, let's change the... Let's go and fill this up, and then we'll go and get the Argotron, and we will clean. Yep, couldn't have said it better myself. Right, let's grab some total mix ration. Let's use a brain and fill the back section on first, so it's stuck on total mix ration. Not be lazy, but it's just a clever way of not having to change the thing by cycling through all of the different products. More efficient. Cargotron. Let's go and clean up the feed area. I think this needs a bit of a clean. If I'm honest, it does look a little bit mucky. So let's go and do that now. Excellent. Looks more like a tractor now, not an extension of the field. Right, let's grab this as well because we're going to be needing this in a couple of minutes. So, yes, as I said last time, I am seriously getting sort of quite excited now by what's happening. We're going to grab some of these straw bales and stick them underneath the shed roof so that they don't keep rotting. I knew we'd lose some with that rain the other day, but right, let's drop that there. Stick the front loader. Brilliant. Nice and clean. Right. Let's get the milling machine. Let's have a quick look. 8 to 1,000, so at least 2 loads. We shall see if that's accurate, because normally this is under by quite a bit, but we shall see. I know what we need to look at as well. Prices. Let's drop in, and 657, that is still exactly as it was last time, so we've got to keep our eye on this. It's increased time. We're actually doing work now, not talking. As the day goes on, dinner time, I want to check again just to make sure what the prices, even if it's only canola for today. I'm going to just drop that there because we are coming back for a second load, so it's not like I can see by the shadow that's spinning to the right. Let's go. Wow, it's got some weight in it, this has. One day when I've got some spare money, I'm and just not wanting to spend any money on things. Oh wow, I haven't done anything there. That's, or is it just shadows? Wow, I don't know, it'll take some time to pull this off. Now then, 04 tomorrow is when that silage turns, midday if I remember rightly. So today, top job is these, to do 2 of these runs. No way. Totally overshot that. Tell by the angle. Oh well, I'm going to try every time. One time I might get it right. In a few hundred years. Oh, we have a bale that's stuck. Sure if that's going to push me back. Yeah, I thought it might. It's done that before. That should be fine. That's overhanging. That might have actually pushed the bale in as well, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, excellent. 2 jobs for the price of 1. Right, let's go and get that second load. And then we shall take a good look to see what we can do. Like things like preparing the fields while we've got time. The only things I am going to be careful of, I'm going to be careful of 12 and 13. Although I still like to do things as if we were keeping them, because you never know. I want to treat them as though they are our fields, because they still are. But we have got bales to collect. Actually, I think that's the top priority. We're losing capacity on the bales. They're down from 4,000 litres to 3,559 because of the rain that got them the other day. So I want to grab them and stick them under cover. At least some of them. I think we're going to lose some no matter what, but it would be nice to grab them. The top priority is this. Come on, no, not the bucket. This way. You're much closer to this. Oh, don't be so stupid. Really have got to get better and leave that right down at the bottom. Always, well, it doesn't always, sometimes it does, and other times it's fine. It's such a temperamental thing. Ah well, I should know better really. Right. Let's try that again. That definitely looks more than... Yeah, I think we're going to get another half a load out of this. Yeah, definitely. Definitely worth doing, without a shadow of a doubt. Actually, let's go through the main yard, it's a lot flatter. Let's have a look, see what's coming down the road as well, to see if we can make a run for this by being clever, still looking on the road, but without needing to slow down terribly. Whoa. That didn't quite work to plan. Although it was definitely better than going down that side road. Right. Now then, let's not scare the local drivers by driving right up to the window. It's not nice. Even though they are driving the slowest that I've ever seen a car drive. Right, we will empty that though. Or is it? No, it's been a bit silly, isn't it really? But I must remember to grab the efficiency. What's the point in wasting half of a load rather than waiting to get a full load in a day or two? It's not like we're not against the clock to that extent. That kind of efficiency isn't efficiency at all. But it's actually inefficiency. Right, let's see. Ooh, not bad. Not fantastic, but I knew I'd hit resistance, but I thought, well, I knew the angle looked right. Oh, I'm quite pleased with that. That's definitely my best effort to date. Should be overhanging enough. Yes, definitely not coming back for another half load. We'll wait. Okay, we do need to do a bit of a burst then. Let's put that to 30. In fact, let's go a little bit more. We only need 7,500 space, so 43,000, something like that. That should clear us the 7,500, then we can leave it to slowly digesting through the day. Brilliant, job's a good one. Excellent, so that's number one, the top priority job. Now, bales. Let's stack them and trying to think, it isn't a bad practice to, I think some of the Euro tunnels are actually quite cheap and they're specially made for bales, so I don't think it's a bad idea. I know we're trying to save money, but a couple of grand, 3,000 is not going to break the bank, and truthfully we're losing bale capacity. It's not a bad idea, I don't think, to actually place a bale in one of the fields we know. Field 14 is the obvious candidate because that's the field we are not getting rid of no matter what. That is our start field and that is definitely the best. So all of the others, 12, 13, they're a possibility, so no point in putting a bale shed down there. 29 likewise, I'm not 100% sure. 15 I am keeping because it's close to the farmyard as well as. Right, let's drop this. For now, let's just drop this here. Let's grab the truck. I can't remember if we left this on pickup. Let's just check if we're picking up as we pass. Okay. I was on already and I wasn't close enough to pick it up. That's the only thing with that view, you can't always tell how close you are. Let's grab a full 36 from this. And we shall have a look for likely candidates for a bale shed. We are running out of space on this field, though, if I'm honest. Well, we're not going to damage the capacity of the field, reduce it till it gets silly, because we're not trying to make a second yard. Eventually, of course, we are going to have, but we are always going to have some bales over this end, so it wouldn't hurt to have a small bale shed. Definitely not. I don't think it's wasted. It doesn't need to be massive. Whoa, my bad. Let's get these ones around the edges sorted. How are we doing? 23. One thing I would like to do, but again this is money, I'd like to reduce that edge of that and smooth it and sort of bring it down somewhat. That one nearest the silo, that's actually just okay, even though it doesn't look much different. That actually, the harvester doesn't struggle with that at all, but that other one it does slightly. I'd like to flatten it somewhat. It doesn't have to be totally flat. I'm not trying to reduce the hill to nothing, but 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, two more. There's one. 25. And last, you over there. Let's have a look now. Right. Sheds. Let's have a look. Cheap bale shed that's not too big either. It's just not got the room. So 9. How come that's so cheap? Is it because it's not very long? Yeah, 10. That's 10 high but 4 meters. That's not bad. Let's have a look. Oh, that is tiny, isn't it? But then we really haven't got much room. We definitely have got no room. That's the turning circle for... Now over by the cowshed is the most likely candidate, truthfully. In that corner, I do think a little bit bigger than that. I'd say 5 meters. 12, there we go. Single arc 5 meters, slightly longer. Sure though how big that's going to be. I'm not going to place it in the hedge. Right, I don't know, maybe I'm going to get in there. Reinforced. It's 6, so it is. I do want quite large. 10, 12. Don't get how it works the price out. I'm not quite. I don't get how it's classifying it, if I'm honest. It doesn't make much sense to me. Right, that's. How many I'm going to get in that? The archers equal. Now we can obviously put some under there. I think that's going to be pretty pointless, to be honest. Let's try for... How big are you? See, you're completely different. It's not very big though, is it? Is 3 meters the width then? So 4 meters. Yes, it's 4 meters wide. Right. As much as that's cheap. God and Bennett, they get expensive though. It's a 12. That's high though, that's that. It's quite high. We don't want this to be mega, and to be honest, I think we'll probably regret doing this. But for now, let's put the help menu on. I want to see how. So how much should it cost? 2005, and it's 26. So that you don't get much better than that, really. That's not bad. Let's have a look if I can get it a little lower. Yeah, that's gone up again now. That's about as good as I can get that. Let's try that. It's not too expensive, and it's something. Right, okay. I do need to definitely change the look for this. Let's go and see. I know we're not going to get 36 in. I'm not that silly as to know. Well, at least I don't think we will. Right, let's shut that help menu off, because I'm a terror for going whole episodes with realising it's because it doesn't bother me normally when I play my own Let's Plays. It doesn't seem to. Oh no, have I gone a little bit too close to the left so I can't? Let's have a look. Ooh. I'm not sure that's not. Ooh, no, I'm not. That's not bad. Let's go back a torch. Now that's just within the back. Ah. Didn't register my click. Right, still within the apron. Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Wow, a bit of tidying up. We could almost, I think, probably get another line in. So same for 18. Same for another 18, and then we're also going to put some under the... In fact, yeah, let's go for a 36, and we're going to stick these actually underneath the normal hood of the proper shelter, as deep in as possible. We'll do that first, and then we'll stick what's left. I must remember there's also... Oh no, there's yeah, there are... There's only a couple around 16, because I think I took one over there as a test, if I remember rightly. I don't think there's not normal ones there. Is that it of this field? I think it is. Brilliant. Oh, I know where there are some more. 15. Let's go. Let's not go too fast. Whoa. I'm going to say I can't see the opening. Okay. Let's grab them from field 15. Make sure we're only grabbing... Oh, we've not got any silage ones around here, have we? No. Wow, there's quite a few here. To be truthful. Let's get the outer edge ones first. If I remember rightly, there's a silage bale tucked in that corner. Which I must... Oh, is that a silage bale? That looks very white. It does, that is silage. That one on the right is definitely not. Just remember, I've got a couple of... And they'll be actually fermented silage, because we haven't done silage ones in this field for a long time. There must be ones that... I forgot to pick up. Oh, don't get too close. Did I miss it? Oh, I did. I was a bit close though. Right, so have I got... Oh, I have. There's a couple of bales over there that I didn't remember to take. Oh, of course, there were a few extra. So yes, we must remember these. Rounding up. Let's just go in field 16, because I know there is that one that's... Otherwise it'll drive me crazy when I come in and I keep forgetting to... And there's also that loose product there. Let's grab this one. Excellent. Right. So there is just field 29 now. We need to grab those. Let's see if we can get... What are we on? 28. So one thing that really does is the... where you've got light writing on a light background. I have got a mod on that does the shading of the top bar so that it's... But even that I have noticed even that's not perfect. It would be nice, I think, if it had it's in theory it seems such a good idea, but looking at, I think it was FS17, or it might even been 15. I think I know why they've done it, because it looks pretty, you can see more of the screen, but I do think in some ways it's less, it might be more realistic because you see more screen, but in some ways it's actually, you have to sort of like look down or against something, a dark background. So I think it's not as good, even though it might look nicer or be better in some ways. I still think the older Farming Simulator had a better idea, even if it was meant that part of your screen was obscured, because at least you could see the writing. Right, 36, how many are we short then? 1, 2, oh wow, I've still got quite a few. Wow, okay. Let's try and stick these underneath the apron in the cow field then, in the cow barn. Cow building, cow barn. I know, you know what I mean. I can't think of its proper. Whoa. Yeah, let's see, I should be able to beat that just. Whoa, if I don't run into it by panicking. I don't know. Left. Right, so we need the right hand side. I really didn't want to lose any more capacity to this, though. I knew as soon as I saw the rain that few episodes ago, I thought, oh, I'm going to be lost part of my bay. Now then, can we go underneath? Do it this way. We can. Let me see, can I see where they are going? That's about, actually you can get more under it than I think. I don't think I really needed that barn looking at it. I think I've put that in there for nothing. I think I could literally get an awful lot under there. Oh well, it's at least this way. Didn't cost an awful lot. It was a very good shed. I don't regret it in some ways, and it will be useful if I want to separate straw and hay and things like that. Let's get these last few bales up. And we'll see if there's any field work. Although, to be honest, we're running out of time now for this recording session, so there's only so many jobs you can get in 40 odd minutes. And I hate starting a job I'm not going to finish. Now then, let's see if I've got my key configuration right for picking up. And let's go past far enough to actually give it a chance. Yes, brilliant. Oh, I do love this. I know I keep saying it, but it never gets old. Think. Yes, excellent. Right. I suppose another thing we could do though is actually grab the silage bales, because we're going to treat them all as if they're not ready. We know I've got some that are actually ready, but I'm going to treat all silage bales that we've got as though they're not ready and that they're going to be ready tomorrow. So I'm not going to be putting them in different places. They're all going to go in the same place. It makes sense while I've got the bale trailer on. Let's get everything sorted. I would like to get the digestate done though, if I'm honest. Swing wide. Stick these next to the other row. We need to hug as far to the right as possible. But we don't need to be hitting the plinth, which we forgot was there. Right. Yep, right. Come on, scud your backside. Please. Thank you. Right, I should. Can I get those in? Yes, I can. Excellent. Brilliant. Okay then. That is absolutely amazing. So I could have actually got full 72 underneath there, which is useful to know. I think, to be honest, I could also get 72 under there, because they are, yeah, I think I've still got enough to put at least one single row. I think I could just about get two, if I'm honest. Right, let's go grab all silage bales then. Now then, are we going to be very daring, and are we going to go on the rail lines and just check to see if, mind you, to be honest, it's an awful long way to go down that railway line to get that one that's down by under the bridge. I think it's safer to do that another way. But let's grab the ones, as I'm sure there's one tucked in the edge here. Now we need to, I think that's the right ones. I think my key configuration's right. Let's just hug heavily to the left of this, so that if there are any, I think I got this one if I remember rightly. I think I'm remembering we did have some in the bushes, but to be honest, I think I'm remembering way ago. I think we got this ages ago. Sure. Yeah, there's no flash of white in there. Let's grab the one from that field, and the one at the back, which we know definitely is a bale. So we need to be... I haven't done it right. Let's just transport in round bales, yes, stack. Oh, okay, so I hit you. Well, then this is going to be fun to get because it's right deep. I'm going to have to try and be... not sure how I'm going to get this one. Ooh, like that. Right, okay. Now then, there's a couple left down here that were brilliant. That's for... oh wow. Okay. One that's rolled down here as well. The bane of the round bale. The one serious disadvantage that I have admitted to is the fact that round bales roll. But their roundness is also their strength, because that's what stops them rotting, unlike square bales, because the water drips down the top and then drips onto the floor and does not get wet all the way through, which is the strength of a round bale as well as its weakness. So, all things considered, I still stick by the fact that round bales are better than square. And this is scientifically proven, because round bales do not rot the same as square bales. to shift those. I'd like to plant those trees, to be honest. Let's grab the ones from this field before we go down to the bottom. So I must remember though that some of these are ready, so if I just do a cursory glance at these and I see a silage bale, I must remember that some of them are already silage in advance. Not sure if I'll get that. Oh, I did. I saw it pop in the mirror. Don't want that one. Well, I do, but not on this pile. Now then, how can I get that one? Oh, I'm going to have to cheat with that one and go on the outside. We're going to have to be sneaky to get this one. Yay. Cutting through my trees and treating them as they were, like they were real trees, not invisible ones. I think that's them all. Oh no, we missed one. Let's grab that. 20. Brilliant. 22 bales. Let's stick these in the old faithful place near the this will be the last thing that we do. In fact, bearing in mind this is always cut off, it's not a bad thing to put them on the right hand side of this thing, because we never bale down here because it's too far to go. Mind you, to be honest, the grass is plusher over that side. Let's stick those. Alright, a little bit. Right, and that is pretty much where we're going to leave it. Let's just put this down the side of our little track, because we are definitely short on space. Brilliant. So, all bales stacked. All we've got to do now, next time, is the field work. Now then, we said at dinner time we were going to have a look at prices. Manure up to 14,000, which I think is more than that. I think it's fibbing. That's all good though. 12,000 milk. Births at... where are we? I can't see how many. Can't see for looking. 108. So yeah, no more births since earlier. Let's have a look. 337 and rising, and 689. Brilliant. Now then, oh no, let's not suit myself. We won't do it like that. I was going to say, right, so first of all, Let's have a look where that is. Let's mark it. Let's tag Western Shores. Tag. Have a look on the map whereabouts you are. Are you one of those near the BGA? I can't see it. Let's see where it's... I cannot see the green pillar. Whereabouts are you? Oh, you are one at the BGA. Why can't I see that? Surely that should be flashing somewhere over... Ah, I can see it. You're there. Right. So then, canola. So, just marginally underneath the top price of 400. 11 under. That's not bad. I'll take that. I'd sooner have it a little early so that it's possible for us to get in. Now then. Need to come back twice. So I said 35 grand, that was my guesstimate. It'll be nice to see. Obviously I've got another 10,000 to grab after this is gone. Oh, brake, slow me down. Oh, it's got a bit of a blind spot. Let's get out. Have a good look. Nope, we're good. This always crashes when you go over the bridge because it scrapes on the where the bridges do, where it goes curvy at the bottom here. It usually goes crash and stops you dead. Oh, okay. This time it didn't. Perhaps I had enough forward motion to stop it doing it. Let's get ready to slow down. This is a lot of weight. Ah. So it's actually one of those on this left hand side. There we are. So then, this is a reversing job. Let's see if we can reverse in this view. Always little movements. No, straighten up. I don't think we're going to be far off 35,000 actually with the other 10, so that would be a third of that, which is 3 9s are 27. Yeah, so that would be right. So it is 9,000, so 36,000. Oh wow, I didn't actually guess badly. My mathematics was not too awful for a change. And the thing is, sometimes you wish your mathematics was wrong so that it was on the side of more gain. That would be the nicer way of mathematics. If you got it wrong and you actually earned 40 grand instead of being spot on the money and saying 35 and getting 36-ish. We shall see anyway. Still, let's be positive. It could be worse. You could have got less. That's the side of mathematics that wouldn't be so nice if I judged badly. Let's try and gauge this so that we can see the traffic coming on that road, so we don't need to stop an awful lot. I don't want to be racing at 80 odd mile an hour though onto the road, because that would be silly, but let's see if I can. Now then, this is going to be quite a long session, because really and truthfully the bales was about the point where I should have ended the session. Oh, do you know, sometimes switching indicators on and off is an absolute hazard. Right, so let's level up. No, that's little movements. Let's see. Ooh. Now then, can we check that out? I think I was slightly out with that. Harvest income today. We've not done anything else, have we? Oh, we have. 35,000. Oh no, yeah. So I was right, and I've got 14 pounds extra. Oh well, that's what you call fairly accurate mathematics, or an absolute fluke in plain English. Still, it could have been worse, as I said. It could have been under. I could have got 30,000 instead of 35. So we're still on track. And that is where we're going to leave it for now. I really want to rush ahead, but we're wasting half a day, and there's a lot of field work to be done. Let me just have one last little look on the seasons for the planting menu to see what can we still plant. We can still plant canola, can still plant oats is what we were looking for, wasn't it? There's something in the back of my mind. Yes, if the harvest season goes beyond the planting season, it does that silly trick where you get the where it all gets ruined. Oh no. Or is it? Sorry, I'm remembering not long back I planted a field full of canola on 5-6 autumn, and on 1-2 winter it all went bad. So I'm not sure. This is the thing that I can't work out with seasons, because it does do that funny trick. And it really does, because I only did it, I think it was on my last Let's Play. I planted massive fields, 1, 2, 3 fields in this exact same position, like on a 3-4 planting window. It shows you the planting window, and on 1-2 winter it all went ruined, all of it, every last little ounce. So it wasted hours of time plus money. So I'm not going to. It's annoying though, because it should work. I don't understand why it does that, but it does, because I've literally just done it. I wish I understood seasons a little bit better, but anyway, for now, I'm going to be waffling now, so let me knock that down to 1. So, plan of actions. We should tonight get at least 40,000 biogas income. We've still got the digestate, which we will gather at another episode. So we've got income from that. We've just cashed in the canola, so all we've got left to do now is the wheat. So when that reaches 370 odd, then again we can take that and cash that in, which 42,400 should be about 18,000, 16,000 sort of minimum. So yeah, that would take us up to 440. Then we've got 40 from the biogas and the digestate. So we've got milk, which we should get quite a lot of milk tomorrow, because we are up to 12,000 now, and that's from today. So by tomorrow we should get quite a serious amount from that, to be honest. Manure might be ready for one more run. And let's just look at the births. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh wow, we're only halfway through. Yeah, a lot of those are imminent. A lot of those are literally within hours. So truthfully speaking, we should get quite a few births in the next couple of days, and each one of those births means that the cows are milker then. So yeah, we should truthfully be increasing our milk production. We're still only halfway through autumn, so we've got 3 more days of autumn to go, where we are producing manure, runs to milk. Yeah, so we've literally finished all the field work. I'm going to have to look into because truthfully, I suppose the very least thing we could do is actually prepare our fields. We could, now that we've got that. One thing I would love to do, mind you, no, I'm trying to be good. I said I would. I'd love to do the. Where is it? Where is our? Ah, it's on the other field, isn't it? I'd love to get that. Now that we know that we can plough and use the strumrick for fertilising at the same time, also to lime the one I'm a little bit loath to do is field 29, because I'm not 100% sure, but to be honest, I think we're going to have to. We definitely got to get this field ready. Definitely got to get field 15 and 16. Oh no, 16's done. 16's prepared. So we've got 15 and 14 definitely to do. But I think I'm going to get 29 ready as well. So I've got those 3 to fertilise and plough. Obviously, I know I've not got a cultivator, but truthfully speaking, it's as broad as it is long. It does the same thing. So if we can do that, then we're at least ready. All we've got to do, we could also lime, actually, to be honest, with the use the big limer, that one over there, the Banderanti, get that some use out of that. Or yeah, and actually we could actually get the Banderanti on one and the Fendt GT on the other one, so literally get 2 of the fields done straight away, and then yeah, must get good use out of the Fendt GT. So yes, next time the plan of action is definitely to try to get those 3 fields done. Also, I'm not sure about fields 12 and 13 because I can't see us not selling that. I can't see us any way we can get away with selling that field. I don't want to be selling any of the others, but if I have to, it would have to be 29. In fact, let's have a quick look, because I'm sure 29's the 80,000 one. No, it's not. That's the slightly more valuable one. That's why I wanted to sell that as a second if I'd needed to. They're the best. We get 133 and 95, so that's 225,000 at a push. That one I'm not selling. So we will definitely have these 3 fields left without a shadow of a doubt. But these 2 maybe a likely candidate. I'm hoping that we don't need to do 29, but I definitely think we're going to have to do 12 and 13. So with that in mind, now then, does it class? No, it doesn't, does it? I was just thinking about the trees. It doesn't class those as an object, does it, for when you sell things? Because I know if you've got a placeable on, no, it's not placeable. It's just like loose stuff, isn't it? So it wouldn't matter if the trees stayed on there. So if we sold, let's leave 12 and 13, we won't fertilise, lime or anything in it, because I think I will be wasting my time, and if I buy it next year then I'll obviously do that next year. No point in wasting money on doing something that we know we're going to get rid of. So we'll get that one and 15 all ploughed, fertilised and limed. And I'm going to look into seasons in the meantime to see if I can get a better grasp on why if I plant now does it go bad. Is it that I need to plant in the spring to get that particular harvest? Because it does show a definite that I could plant now, but I know for a fact when I did canola in almost exact the same day on winter 1-2, because it's a harvest season, it goes bad and literally go just. So I don't know whether you've got to plant in the spring one for that harvest season to be from 5-6 to 1-2. So I don't understand why, whether it's a timing issue, whether you can plant in 5-6 to 1-2. Because I'm just trying to see, there are, if you look at the seasons menu, and if you look at the very narrow lines, and then there's bigger lines, I'm not sure if that's demarcation lines for the end of one planting window. And yet for soybeans are strange, and corn. They both show only one very, very narrow planting window on this particular geo. But if I look at 5-6, there's a thicker line for canola, where almost like that's suggesting to me that that's the planting window. It's weird though, because I'm sure I planted on 3-4, and then there's that broad. I don't know, I'm going to have to look into this, because truthfully speaking it really is, I don't understand it, and I'd like to understand it better, because it's not just caught me out. I remember Mr. CLP got caught out in 6 Ashes with exactly the same thing, and I've been caught out at least twice now with doing that, so much so that I just don't want to keep wasting my time. You think you're doing good, you think you're being efficient and you're planting, but really you're wasting money because seasons are going to catch you out. So I'm going to look into it. We've got everything done, prepared. We've got those silage bales ready to take to the biogas plant tomorrow, halfway through the day. And we've got our fields ready for preparation for next year. And again, the animals and that, they're our last hope. So we are on track. I'm really interested to see, obviously, by the end of today, the biogas payouts, and also I need to get the digestate. So next session it is field preparation, and while we get our everything going on Courseplay, I'm going to be grabbing the digestate from the BGA, and at some point running those silage bales tomorrow to the BGA also, and maybe, depends on how much we get by morning of the manure. If we get one full load, we'll take that over, or nearly a full load, we'll run that over, and hopefully a good milk will, hopefully the milkmen will be working tomorrow and we can get a good cash payout. So we shall see by tomorrow, halfway, in fact no, tomorrow night really, which is, yeah, 04, I don't know if it's 04, yeah, it's going to be getting on, is that late autumn when it gets to 04? It's over halfway, isn't it? But anyway, 04 autumn, we shall see by tomorrow night, or the morning of 05 autumn, late, exactly how well we are on track with our moving to the farm, literally to see how much cash, and also to see what we would need to sell to actually make it a reality. So, and that's exactly where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to say thank you very much for continuing on this journey with me, and I hope that you continue on this journey. I am bowled over by the growth. I'm really chuffed. So without any further ado, I'm going to say thanks for watching and goodbye for now.